G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 23 of my Beginner's Vitality Caster Ritualist playthrough. So last episode we made it to Homestead, and we also made it to the Pine Barrens Rift Gate. So we're going to be doing Pine Barrens today. Before that, however, I have some quests to go turn in. The Broken Hills Rift here. I did the quest, but then I didn't turn it in, so we're going to go and do that. This will give me 2 stat points here. So one from Elite, because I didn't do the quest in Elite, and one from Ultimate, because, well, this is the Ultimate quest. So thank you, Ghost Mummy, for rewarding me for killing your daughter. And we're just pretty much going to chuck it into Physique here. This weapon, honestly, will be good enough all the way to level 100. Most of what we want from the weapon itself is the plus to skills and the minus skill recharge time on Ravenous Earth. I think I will probably use this, assuming I don't find something better, which seems unlikely. I will probably use this all the way to 100. The Magi's Visage, I probably want to go get another one of these at 84, maybe 74 or 75. I think it's 75. It might be worth getting another one of these. But every attempt on this, getting the helmet, is a 1 in 3 chance for it to drop. There are 2 Magi, so technically it's 1 in 3 twice. But there's a chance for it to drop. It costs you a skeleton key for each attempt, and potentially you'll be doing, 7, 8, 9 runs just to get one of these to drop. But the armor lack is really going to start to be noticeable. Runic braces here, obviously. I can't actually take those off without destroying my resistances, so that's fun. Okay, do we have actually, I seem to remember getting revered with Homestead, lovely. That's going to fix our resistances. So this molten skin down here, we're going to turn that into a dense fur. And then we will be able to use the armor augments from Homestead. Let's keep the item here. We'll be able to use the armor augments from Homestead in order to fill our now empty fire resistance. Okay, so dense fur. This just comes with 20% cold res, some health, and some armor. I mean, it's very, very basic, but it will fix my cold resistance problem. And then we can go back to Homestead here. And because we are revered with Homestead, we can just walk up the stairs and be like, yo boy, give me what you got. The slang is obviously optional. Where are we? Here we go. So we got Fire and Lightning, or we got Fire and Pierce. And, I mean, we need more overcap on Pierce. So let's just go Fire and Lightning for now. One of those will be enough to cap this. And I think I'm going to leave it at 1 for now. We can always add more later if need be. But we'll kind of see what we need later. 80% everything is probably fine for now. Right, let's get into Pine Barrens. So Pine Barrens is really good for Black Legion reputation here. Black Legion, we're already at Honored, so we already have the bonus reputation. This is going to be great for that. It's also going to be really good for leveling. Just turning these quests in should get you most of a level, if not slightly more. But we will have to wait and see exactly how much we get out of it. Okay, lots of Grobles around this area, lots of beast types, so let's just get our character to figure out how walking around things works. And by that I mean use evade, because the character is not going to figure out how to get around things. Okay, and we've got all the same quests in here that we had in normal. So we got to kill some, what are they called? The manticores. We kill a few of those to get some poison glands. Here's one here. The white named ones, generally speaking, are not going to give you... Never mind. So many poison glands. There's another one. Do I hear 4? Not yet. Mugara will probably drop one. But that's fine. The easier they drop, I mean, it just means you have to ignore them on the floor. So these all have white names. They should all have a very low drop chance for the manticores that have white names. The yellow named ones should drop it fairly regularly. There you go. It's not 100% as far as I'm aware, but it should be fairly regular. Can you just... Okay, we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Everybody remain calm. It's fine. It's all fine. Alright, and maybe throw down a few totems as well. I kind of want to play with the totems a little bit. I think maybe the next character that I make may be a totem character. Just, I hit evade and a potion at the same time, and it didn't evade. Didn't register the button press, I guess. Alright, well, it worked out fine. Of course, we do have the Megara's Fang of the Grove, because when you don't want something, it gives you what you wanted before, and when you do want it, you have to farm it 30-odd times before it drops. So, this actually happens semi-regularly. I kill Megara and I get of the Grove. Anyway, it is what it is. So we've got what we needed here. We need to kill Megara. We need one poison... What are they called? The gland. One poison gland. And we'll be on our way now. Also, health definitely just took a nosedive. I'm pretty sure that was due to being sundered and tanking attacks that I shouldn't have, and multiple heroes at the same time. So that'll be fine. Alright, no hidden cave there. So we'll check the other locations where the hidden cave can be. Location number 1, it's not here. Location number 2, well, this is number 2, so it's not here. That's fine. We'll just go around here to check location number 3, which is at the other end here. Nope, it's not here. It's most likely, yeah, I was going to say, it's most likely going to be down here. Checking for the totem over here. Because this is ultimate, it's worth revealing the map in areas where you know there are totems, just so you can find them later when you decide you really, really want to farm the beast reputation, which honestly, let's be real here. Beast is generally speaking going to be your highest or lowest, depending on which way you're looking at. Kaima's Chosen, they barely even know I exist. Eldritch Horrors, yeah, they know a little bit more. Cronley's gang really doesn't care. Chthonians. And then you have beasts all the way up here. We're well into Hated. Only the Ethereals come close. They're the only two I have at Hated. And I probably farmed the Ethereals for something. Or, you know what? I've done the Warden's lab the entirety of Act 1. I've done twice already. Beasts are in every act. They're going to be everywhere. These things, I don't know if they count as beasts, actually. But the Grobles count as beasts. Or at least beast kin. Any kind of animal, basically, is going to be beast. So usually you'll end up with beast kin being your first nemesis. So pretty unlikely to come farming in this area, unless you happen to want one of the monster infrequents, and we kind of don't care. The amulet, the +1 amulet we have, is vendor bought, and I mean, we do want bone spikes, I guess, but that's going to be the trolls, which are not in this area anyway, so very unlikely to actually come back here, I guess. But that is an ancient totem, so it might be worth looking into. Alright, so we killed Old Bloodbriar while I was busy waffling. Now we're going for Ungoliax here. Ungoliax obviously being the +1 to Arcanist skills amulet. It's a little bit... What's the word for it? Dyslexic? No. What is it when you don't know what you want to be? Confused. It's an Arcanist thing, but it converts your devastation to vitality damage. So if you're not doing a vitality Arcanist, then you just can't use devastation. So it's a little bit weird. I think it's the only one of the +1 skill bonus amulets that has a conversion on it. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100%, but I think that's true. Lapis Manticora, okay, lovely. Essence of Barrens is not what I thought it was, but hey, I'll take it. And the Lapis Manticora, an amulet with bleed stuff on it. Not horrible, but not for us. Okay, worm scale foot guards. The mythical version of these are quite nice. The shield on them is pretty good. Rhinestone leg guards, also pretty good if you're doing physical or cold, I guess. Specifically cold. But are they good for armor? They're a little bit of an upgrade on armor. But resistance-wise, they're not very good. Alright, we were in here for Ungoliax, and Ungoliax is dead. So we'll just be on our way. A few things spawn behind me here, so I'll have some bugs to take care of. That's fine. They're all dead now. Picked up a level at some point as well. That was probably the end of the last episode. So let's go ahead and have a look at that. I'm pretty sure I'm putting him into Storm Totem, but it has been a little while since I played with this character, so let's just have a quick look. And it's Storm Totem. Alright, easy. And I think I already spent the attribute points. Yes, I did. Cool. Lovely jubbly, let's be on our way. I don't need the devotion point in here, however, it is loot. It is also XP. I think this one is a just a donate some items one. I'm not going to go crafting though, so we'll leave that one alone. Checking, yeah, here we go, treasure trove. Checking here for the treasure trove. There's a few other locations where that could be, but obviously isn't because it's here. Doom Touch, I'm pretty sure I sold the last pair of these gloves that I got. They are definitely decent, and having a Doom Bolt proc on a Vitality build is, I mean, it's good. It's definitely good. Either Vitality or Chaos really does benefit from those Doom Bolt procs. But it's kind of, you know, nerf on resistances, nerf on armor. And I am playing hardcore, so I do want to survive at least a little bit. Alright, next thing we're going to do, and I don't normally do this in playthroughs, I'm going to drop a rift right here. And we're going to go for a run through an area that was added after Forgotten Gods, I think. So this area here, this is the Arcovian Docks. And this is actually a pretty good place to farm if you're looking for Cronley's gang reputation, which we'll be getting here, but honestly, I'm just here to open up the bridge for, what's the totems, the celestial totems, later. I'll be farming those later, no doubt. I do want to avoid my good friend Rutnik if I can. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to, but we'll see, we'll see. Oh, there he is. He's in that little circle area. Now, if I can just kind of skirt around the little circle area, and if he stays over there, I may be able to avoid him. There he is, right there. Okay, I think I've managed it. I think we've gone around him. No, you stay over there, Rutnik. Beautiful. So we can grab the loot, or the free XP here. And take out priests, because priests are the devil. Healing things that I'm trying to kill. And then we can come over here and 10 scrap to repair this, so let's go get some scrap. Unfortunately, I did just clear my rift, so I'll have to do a little bit of running back, but that's kind of is what it is. This is definitely worth doing an ultimate, especially if you're playing a first character, which is what we're pretending this is. As long as we're here, let's empty the inventory. And don't really want any of this stuff, so thank you very much for buying it. There we go. Hopefully there wasn't anything there that I wanted. Pretty sure there isn't, but too late now. Okay, a little bit sad that I had to go ahead and open another rift here, but it kind of is what it is. Alright, bridge repaired, so we can now come across here from the Twin Falls Rift. And I didn't see the totem over here, but it can definitely spawn. Totem spawns here-ish, I think. Hang on, where are we? There's Rutnik. It's going to be up here. Alright, let's see if we can get around Rutnik again. I don't really want to toy with him. Rutnik is one of the heroes that gets to use his MI, and he has Aether pistols, and he will shoot you with them. So I don't really want to mess with him. If he has really good pistols, they can be quite dangerous. So I'm going to do my best to avoid him, and we'll just go back the way we came. I'll pick that up as well. How are we doing for bits? 1.5 million. That's decently low. It'll be fine, don't get me wrong, but that is a little bit low. Okay, I think there's a treasure trove location just here. Don't quote me on that. I know there's one over here, and I think there's one over here as well. Now, obviously, I already got mine down there with the devotion shrine, but there's a couple of locations for it. And this area is actually somewhat fun, actually, to farm. Because I don't come in here very often, this is semi kind of fresh in terms of, you know, the floor layouts and stuff like that. I don't know exactly what's going to happen all the time. I'm not familiar with exactly where all the heroes are likely to spawn. So I did some farming in here for a different character a little whiles back, and it was actually pretty fun. Okay, we can talk to Ettram Feld here if you want. We want to see if we can get some random legendary stuff. Can you do jewelry? Can do jewelry. How about that? Random accessory. Go ahead and give me one. Alright, the Closed Fist of Vengeance. That is completely worthless for us. Also very expensive. Also, I believe you cannot get level 94 legendaries from him. So, don't expect that you're just going to come here and dump a whole bunch of crafting materials into getting all your stuff for free. Alright, pick all this up. The Drangools also. These guys really kind of hurt. You'll see they're the only things really making my health bar bounce. So do be careful of them. If your armor is fairly low, they can chunk your health bar fairly effectively. All right, we're nearly through here to the boss. There is one little secret area with some loot in it. There it is. So we can bash through here. We can go up the door with bodies, and then as people run through it, they'll just stand in the volcano and die. At least for a little bit. Alright, nice little chunk of XP there. And we're coming up on the boss here. Now, obviously, this boss does a lot of bleeding damage, so make sure your bleeding resistance is capped, although by this point, you really should have everything maxed anyway. A little bit more hidden loot. Blade Guard leggings could be good. I think they've got evasion. Yeah, 9% chance to avoid melee attacks. Obviously, I'm not going to trade 2 good resistances that I need in order to get even more pierce resistance, and less armor as well. But that 9% chance to avoid melee attacks can be quite good. Alright, let's just go around and kill off all of the geomancers and witch doctors and anything that can heal. Definitely has to go. Drangool Tyrant here also needs to go. That should be pretty much all of it. So now we can fight good old Blood Feast. This might actually be the first time I've fought him since he got his new look. It's been a while since I've been here, let's put it that way. He didn't used to look like this. I kind of dig it. Not that you can really see a whole bunch of it with all the rubbish we've got going on there. Blood Feast mark there, Bloody Pox, Blade Trap, cool stuff, but yeah, not for us. Exalted Stash, this is guaranteed to give you a blue or purple item. I've got a purple, and it's a one-handed dagger, some vitality stuff on it, and that's actually pretty good. Minus 10% vitality resistance and lifesteal on critical hits. I think I couldn't use that though, right? Not enough player levels. So yeah, in 4 levels I could use this. This is more of a stabby kind of weapon, coming with attack speed, but it's not horrible. You could definitely use that. I don't think I will, but the Mark of Chthon there on crit, which I can crit. This is a boss, so we definitely have a higher crit chance than that against most trash. Having said that, do you really need the extra damage against trash when they just die anyway? Where are we going? Pine Barrens. I'll probably end up selling it. Okay, I'm exploring the area. What do you need? already done. Click, 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 click. There's 72. I'm looking to do my part. There we go. So, I mean, most of a level, if not a full level. I think we were a little bit closer to 72, so not quite a full level, let's say. Okay. So that's Pine Barrens done. Nice 20-minute run. Got about a level. Got potentially a really good weapon. Or at least an okay substitute. I'm not going to use it, as I said, but that would be okay as an offhand. Would cost you your relic again, but you could put this in an offhand. Still have the benefits of all this cooldown reduction for Ravenous Earth. Could be good, could be good. I'm almost certainly not going to use it, though. Alright, we're back to Homestead. Let's see if Old Mate's got any good potions for us. Elixir of the Hunt is not bad, but no, and Lifestealer Oil, no. I think I might hang on to that dagger just for a little while. We'll have a look at it. The Windborne Greaves are not bad, and not for us. Alright, and we can sell this as well. Level 68 set. Obviously this is not for this build, but if you got both pieces of that set, pretty unlikely, but if you maybe save them up from a previous run through, it could be good. Okay, I've already picked up the quests for the left-hand side of Homestead previous to this episode, so we can just go and get into it. I really want to use these pants, don't I? It would just destroy my resistances. My Aether Res is actually not bad, but Elemental is no. Elemental Resist just says no. Okay, we do want to make sure we get Dela Thornsbury's diary here. Make sure we get these egg sacs as well. 3 out of 10, okay, beautiful. So we do want to go rummaging around in her sock drawer for her diary. We're going to read that. And we've already read that in normal. But the important part is actually giving that diary to Dela, so that she will show up later. Right, and you get a 1. Okay, what are we up to? 5. Okay, 5 is good. 6 is better. I see 7. We'll head south a little bit. There's 7. There's 8, there's 9, and there's 10. Beautiful. Alright, so that is the bugs kind of dealt with. Next up on the agenda, I want to get access to the Exalted Stash. So there's a few places I want to check for that. This is not one of them. I kind of want to head north, actually. So we can head over here. That devotion shrine is not something I particularly care about, but it is a good marker for where I can find the quest updates that I'm looking for. So that'll be good. Harpalax. Dead Palax. Alright, here we go. So here's the barn. Potentially the first place, or the second place actually, but in this particular playthrough, this is potentially the first place where the dead body that I'm looking for could be. It's kind of in the middle here. It's definitely not in this particular location. Is that actually the first? That was the first place. Okay. So I need to head south from there. I was thinking I was further south already than I actually was. Okay, so this house, the body right here, this is my quest item. The Last Will of Marthas Everbrook. I want to say Esterbrook, I don't know why. Anyway, that's the quest item I wanted. If yours isn't here, I will show you the other locations as well. Though having said that, I did go through them in normal, so you should probably remember them, maybe. I don't know. We'll go in here anyway. This is the next location where they could be. Just in front of the Walter's note here, there may be a body on the floor. And that will be your quest update if it's there. And then the final location is a house that is directly west of this rift gate. So if you just run that way, you will find the house. I've got a few other things I want to do first, though. most importantly is I want to come up here and just check if there is an ancient Aether totem, and there is. They have blocked off this walkway, but we can still get in there, so that's good. Okay, here's Blightfeast the Charger. Okay, he's nice and dead. Let's just keep throwing these around. And we can just hold the right click down and spam 2, 3, and 4. Or 2 and 4. And we should be alright. Everything dies nicely. You love to see it. Alright, we got a couple of purple items there, as well as a bunch of blues. I'm going to go in there and have a look once all the lightning and other goop on the floor is gone. So we've got 3. We've got the Codex of Eternal Storms, which is not for us. The Executioner's Judgment, also not for us. Crescent Moon, would you believe it's not for us? Bunch of purples here though. Ogdrogan stuff. Yeah, none of this is any good. Double rare here, not particularly amazing. It's the sad truth about most double rare or even triple rare items is they're just not very good because they have mismatching affixes and base items. But hey, they sell well. And we did just kind of laugh at an ancient Aether Warp Totem, which are maybe not the hardest in the game, but they can be quite difficult, so I'm pretty happy about that. So heading directly south from the Rift Gate here, we can come under this little bridge here. Did I get the lore note? I did. You can talk to these guys. There's a fun story around this area. I'm going to ignore it for the moment, but yeah, we're going to go rescue the little girl from being trapped inside of a demon. No, it's the other way around. We're rescuing the demon from being trapped inside the little girl. That's even worse. Alright, so we're basically paying 1 dynamite to clear a path. Then we go inside and we get some XP and a blood of Chthon from destroying the demon. So it's, hang on. Odd, you survived. Yep, here we go. So again, we're just going to hold right click, spam 2 and 4, which is Bone Harvest and the Totem, and then occasionally throw out a, what is this called? Devouring Swarm. Okay, don't stand in the fire because it hurts, obviously. And we just got a level out of that too, so that's going to be good. I think we know where the points are going at this point. It's all in Physique, and it's all in Storm Totem. Once this is done, we'll probably start putting points in Heart of the Wild, maybe a few more in Mark of Torment over here. Might even put some in Foul Eruption, so it'd be good to finally kind of finish those skills off. Definitely didn't need to come out here because we are rifting back to the Rotting Crops. And next piece on the agenda, one, I'll show you the final location for the will that we went looking for. So literally directly west, it's going to be here. There's my building, and it's not going to be here obviously because I've already found mine, but there'll be a body on the floor here that'll have your will, and if it's not here, then you have... Ooh, reflecting, not fun. Then you have missed it and you need to go back because this is the last location where it could be. Other things I'm looking for over here, I'm looking to clear the, I think it's right here, the location for the other totem spawn location. So I got my ancient Aether warped over here, another one could be here, a third one could be just over here in the, is it a barn? Some sort of building. Solkar, the Storm Touched. Alright, got rid of him pretty easily. Mask of Delirium. Piercing stuff, okay. So just over here on the left, this one here, the Aether Barn. There's a few of those. So Totem could be just here. And what I'm looking to do at this point is just to clear the map, so as I can see it from further away. So I won't show it now, but if you've seen any of my farming videos, you'll know that if you're standing... how do I want to say this? if you've cleared the map so you can see the section, there could be a totem right here, and it won't show up on this map. It will show sort of at the edge of the mini-map, but you won't be able to see it here. However, if you've cleared the area, I could potentially see a totem that's down here, if I can see it on the map here. So you definitely want to do that with totems as you go, or at least the ones you know you want to farm. And this is one of the better ones to farm. Ancient ethereals give you very nice loot. They can be a little rippy, so you do want to be careful with them. Of course, I don't have enough dynamite. However, what we do have is a Black Legion blacksmith in here. The blacksmith in Forgotten Gods will also allow you to craft dynamite, but I just use Valdric here. More out of habit than anything else at this point. So we want some dynamite. Let's get 15. We'll go ahead and bank all this as well, and we can bank the fancy crafting materials. I can also turn some quests in while I'm at it. There's Dayla. Just make sure we get her. Yeah, I swear I didn't read a word of your diary this time. I read it back in normal, but I didn't read it this time, so that's not a lie. It's not creepy at all. Okay, I've got some dynamite, so we'll go blow this up. This is the result of the last will of Marthas Everbrook, or Esterbrook, or whatever his name is. You get this hidden wealth. This is an exalted stash. You get a blue or better item out of this. I've got a blue there, which is unfortunate, but that's kind of whatever. I generally don't expect anything good out of those chests anyway. A lot of the time you're going to end up with an item that is just for the wrong damage type, the wrong classes, the wrong everything. So if you get something nice, hooray, and if you don't, well, yeah, that's pretty much what you would expect. Alright, so I'm looking for the beehive. There are only a set number of locations where it can spawn. Mostly in this sort of area. I think it's here, here, here. There's one over here. And then one here, and maybe one over here. In this area. If you want to know the exact locations, you can go look them up on grimtools.com/map. And I've taken a wrong turn there, so that's going to be fun. All of this stuff being funneled into my my Ravenous Earths is going to be great XP. Okay, Storm Edge, no good. We'll pick up the rest and be on our way. I haven't got the Exalted Stash yet, so I do want to check down here. This little section, the Swarming Hatchery, we just want to check in this first area. There's my Exalted Stash, lovely. So I don't have to check any of the other locations, including down near Golis. Golis does have some nice rings, but unlikely to have anything I actually want roll on them. I don't need the Devotion Shrine near him. I'll probably go down there anyway, but I definitely don't need to now. Okay, that way is blocked, so we're going to go the wrong way. We're taking the scenic route. Also, where is my Grand Vizier? I'm kind of hoping he's over here. Here's the Inexil, who I do need to kill. There he goes. We need his pheromone gland there. And we need the pheromone gland from his two buddies as well. And we can go... Do I want to go down there? Yeah, I did say I would. Alright, if you for some reason still don't have all your devotion points, congratulations, we're about to get another one. So let's go down here. And we're already in. Let's go up to the top here. Ordinarily, I would be trying to get to that exit as fast as I can. However, I do want to show just over this side here. This is where you would find the Exalted Stash, or you may. There's one of three, I want to say three, spawn locations for the Exalted Stash is just in this area here. So if you didn't find yours where I found mine, you definitely want to check there. Let's go kill Golis. We're practically on his doorstep. Alright, that's the end of them. This is a fight shrine, so I'll probably do this as well. Again, not because it's particularly good loot, but we're standing right on top of it. It would be rude not to. Svarok, I'm pretty sure that's a Baldur's Gate reference. There's a lot of references to other games and franchises in this. Okay, turn the loot off just so I can see what's going on. Everybody's dead. We picked up a Boots of Primordial Rage, okay. And a blueprint for the Empowered Tempest Sigil. Neither of which I think we're going to use, but let's have a look. Eat the blueprint. Volcanum, this is actually worth hanging on to. No, it's not. You want the mythical version. But you can get a blueprint to craft this, and I believe the mythical version comes with 5% maximum fire res. Worth hanging on to for fighting Lokar. Yeah, the Primordial Rage boots, less armor, less everything that I want, in exchange for an Aether Blaze proc, which, yeah, no. So that's fine. Let's go kill Golus. There's Golus. So he's going to Shadow Strike me, and it kind of just doesn't matter. I leech enough life that, well, you can see what's going on. Stanching of Tormented Souls is pretty good for resistances, but otherwise, it's kind of whatever. And we got the Spider Silk Hauberk from his fancy chest. This is not, as far as I'm aware, an Exalted Stash. It just happens to have better loot than a lot of other things. So if you're farming him, make sure you hit this. Spider Silk Hauberk, yeah, poison stuff, kind of whatever. That's fine, we're not going to use that. Alright, so that's Golus. Where did his ring go, actually? I want to look at that. I know I am blind, but here we go. So stanching is going to be the bleeding, I believe. The piercing, I don't think is part of stanching. I could be wrong there, though. And Tormented Souls is Vitality and Aether with +2 to Drain Essence. So this is not horrible, and if I needed to overcap my piercing resist by even more, then we could use this. The +3 to Mogdrogan's Pact does come with a bunch of regen on it, so adding flat regen on Mogdrogan's Pact could be useful, but I mean we're not a regen build. We're a lifesteal build. So, I mean, yes, you can do it. No, it's probably not worth doing. So, Golus Rings, for this build, kind of don't care. If we got some good rolls on it, I would probably use it. The Sigil of... Sorry, the Signet of the Damned. Do I have the Sigil of Consumption? Sigil of the Depraved, there we go. If I could use this, that'd be pretty good as well. I would lose a lot of lightning res, actually. I wonder, can I do that? I would need to... Oh, I would be uncapping Ravenous Earth. Yeah, no. As much as I really want to get the Vitality damage proc rings, I think I'd rather have max points in my main attack skill. Alright, Grand Vizier Luzakal, and we have one more Grand Vizier that we have to take care of. Channeling Orb of the Convent, or the Covenant, rather. And where is my other Grand Vizier? Do I already have it? I already have it, never mind. Why was I thinking there was 3? There's definitely only 2. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, Queen's Chambers. Let's just go and rile everybody up, and then teleport in here, and they can all run down the corridor. So this is the final location where your Exalted Stash might be, just in this little corner here. And I think we can probably just stand in front of the Queen and just spam the buttons, hold right click, and she should just die. Standing in all this poison is not the best thing in the world. And I totally just whiffed on Mark of Torment there. Okay, we've got Resist Shredding on her in the form of Devouring Swarm, and she's going down really fast. That is a surprisingly high amount of damage for a Vitality caster. Generally speaking, Ravna on a lot of my builds will end up getting to throw the roof at you at least once. She didn't even get to start the animation for it that time, so pretty happy about the damage on this build at the moment. Also, it's a vitality caster, so it's very hard for you to die. You definitely can die, but mostly it's going to be one-shots. Okay, do you have a friend inside of you? Nope, looks like you were all by yourself, which is fine. Last thing we want to do on the west side of Homestead is kill the Aether Cow. So let's head on over there and we'll sort him out. Just leave a few presents for anyone following. I do kind of want to kill a few of the commanders and the vanguards because they have potentially some gear I want. Potentially. Defenders. The shields are definitely not the gear that I want. I'm looking for chest pieces and shoulders, but definitely not getting any to drop just at the moment. Alright, and we can just go in here, and again, I'm just gonna hold right click, spam bone harvest, spam totems, and occasionally throw out a devouring swarm. And he barely got to do anything either, so definitely doing very well on the damage. Very happy with the build at the moment, which is good. Do I care enough to come back for that? I think no. Let's go back to town, and we've got some conversation pie we can eat. A whole bunch of quests to turn in. We'll get a level out of this too, which is very nice. Douglas Sullivan here. I've done all the things you were going to ask me to do, so you're welcome. Let's go ahead and sell all this. These would be a nice upgrade. That's a lot of health and a lot of armor and 2 resistances, but it's still not enough that I want to swap out of the blue pants there. Okay, we're going to sell all of this. Don't need Golus's ring. I'm actually pretty happy to not be interested in farming Golus rings for a character. I do tend to farm him way more than I would like to admit. And I'm pretty happy about not having to get his rings. Don't need that anymore either. Okay. Captain Soma, the abomination has been destroyed. Give me your next quest, please. Yes, I will rescue your prisoners. Of course I will. Okay, I will speak to the emissaries, and wouldn't you know it, we're going to continue siding with the Order of Death Vigil, because Kaiman's idiots just don't want to talk to us. Okay, I'm going to clear out the lumber mill. And, of course, we have the... What are you doing? Just talk to the dude. What do you need? I will honor your dead. Have I already honored your dead? That is the real question here. I've honored some of your dead. Alright, 1 point in physique, and we're going 2 points in the Storm Totem. This is actually getting up to what I'm going to call relevant levels of damage. The fact that we can only summon them one at a time is... I mean, it's not great, but it is hurting things. It's not the most amazing thing in the world, but if we could... maybe I'll look into getting one of the MIs that let us summon 2 or 3 of them at a time. Regardless, that's going to be the end of this episode, so I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.